everyone, welcome to another Life Makeover video, and Styling Wizard is ending. The server will go into maintenance, and before that I want to share the stylings I did this season. So this was Styling Wizard Night Glow, and this was our reward set for completing the tasks, and the 6-star set running alongside it was, it's already gone, okay. Scarlet Void, yeah, Scarlet Void, that's where I pulled this from. Anyway, there are these 14 themes as usual, and theme 1 is Flame Newborn. Flames rid her of the old feathers, ashen soil turns into silent core. The so-called fate is not endless fire of trial, all the ashes will adorn her crown. So, okay, this time, more than any other styling wizard I have done, I didn't really pay attention to the blurb. I think I went off on the keywords. Maybe I tried a little with some of them, but mostly, yeah, they're so random. But you know, with words, you could convince that any styling is for any theme. So this is a styling I did for Flame Newborn. I mean, there are flames there. I don't know about the newborn part. Like, how could I mean, I guess like gods, they're born as adults. So I mostly focused on the flame part, and also this headpiece here. Let me check around here. Yeah, fallen butterfly. It's not originally the color of flames, but I thought, you know, it worked. And okay, flames can be different colors. And yeah, you know, they had this exile star sand dress, which is so pretty, and a coat and a back piece here. I think I added this piece last. So that is from Dance of Deceit Light Chase. I remember that. Like, I really like that piece. I don't know, maybe she's reborn from that. Anyway, I will put up pictures for each of the stylings. So yeah. And here is the second styling I did. Now, yeah, I pick from either strangers or my friends and guild members. I didn't pick the girl model just because it had the newborn title there. That would be weird. The girl model is not necessarily a child. It could be just someone who's short, you know? And flames. So nothing really flame-like here except for these, the peacock feathers. Yeah, jade maze. The special effect from here, I thought that looked kind of like flames. Like, you know, you work with what you have. Like, sometimes when I picked a model and their wardrobe had like so many super cool items, it just didn't fit for the current theme. And then you go to the next theme and you think, oh, the previous model's wardrobe would be perfect for this. But I try not to do that. I pick one and try to like see it through to the end. So yeah, I will put up the picture. Theme 2 was Lost Poetry. The vow freezes on the hour hand. To live with solitude, adopt a gentle beast in your heart, until a rose born from the decayed rush to darkness and chants the poem of the broken. So here's a styling I received that I absolutely love. Yeah, even her expression here, like as soon as I saw that, like I was so happy. Her expression here does make me think she is lost, and you know, maybe the lights, the candles are guiding her way. So yeah, lost poetry. And here's the styling I did. A rose born from the decayed something. So yeah, she had this piece and I dyed it this grayish decaying color. Even though it's not really decaying. You see, there are like so many plants over there. But yeah, a rose. I mean, she's holding roses. And poetry. There's a harp here. You know, music, poems. It works. So yeah, lost poetry. And here's another styling I did. Yeah, more decay, and she herself is the rose. I mean, there are roses here. You see that? And even her dress. And I think she's the only color here, like her dress and the hair and the makeup. Like everything else is gray. Even the umbrella she's holding is gray. I don't know if that has any meaning, or I don't know, maybe that was just easy. So yeah, lost poetry. Theme 3 was Glaze Dance, bustling street, crowded moonlight. The first firework lifts the mask of the fox. picking up the fallen red ribbon, that person actually meets the lost deity. So, okay. I think I totally just focused on the dance part because, yeah, this is the default pose she does if you use the Blue Star Era dress, which is a free set we received, a free 6-star in our mail. And glazed, I guess the gold here, I don't know. I added glowy effect stuff here. I always do change their makeup, and I think I've overused this pair of eyebrows a lot this time. And yeah, these lenses, I also did try to use the pieces that, when I pull on a light chase, there are pieces I really like, but I often don't get them. So if I saw that someone had that piece, I used it. I didn't get this pair of lenses or the earrings here, like a lot of stuff. And I think, yeah, Rosy Dream, was it from the Aphrodite set? Yeah, Aphrodite's Wish. Yeah, so a lot of the pieces from Light Chases where I've done pulls, but I didn't get. So Glaze Dance, I do like her a lot though. Here's the other styling I did. Again, Glaze Dance, ribbons, and she meets a deity. Oh, something about fox. So, eyes that are like cat eyes, the vertical slits here. I think I was always reaching for the, okay, yeah, the server maintenance. I have to be quick. So, yeah, I always kind of reached for the big dresses. So I thought, no, I'll use something shorter. And then she had this piece, which I think adds a lot to this look because everything else can be a matching color. So another glaze dance. I mean, yeah, she can totally be a glaze dancer. Theme 4 was Card Encounter. He which hides the powers of the dark, reveal your true form before me. Release, tell yourself in the mirror. Everything will definitely be okay. I think I did focus on the key part. I don't know about the mirror, maybe. And card encounter, of course. So this is the styling I received. Yeah, it was anonymous, which why? It's nice. Whoever did the styling, they did use the Cardcaptor Sakura collab pieces, and I think they really work. Oh, also, yeah, it says Magic Star Knight here. This does happen a lot, I've seen. So yeah, it still works. Cardcaptor Sakura, a magical girl, the winged staff and the cards. And okay, yeah, the star here. And yeah, this is a styling I did, Magic Star Knight. I think I did focus on the card encounter title, not Magic Star Knight, but maybe it works. I don't know. The key which hides, like, I do know there's a key accessory. I think I have it. That one is very steampunk. So I went for those colors since he didn't have the key. But I think this cage thing works, and everything else here. I do love this dress. I think this was, okay, let me check. A Whimsy Journey, kind of a steampunk aesthetic, the silver and the dark metallic shades. I did love using these, the dried flowers here. And this works out, right? Not star, but the moon. And yeah, you see how much you can zoom in this game? I love it. That's one of my gripes with Nikki. Why can't we zoom in more? But yeah, I will put up pictures. But yeah, again, take a look here. She is so pretty. And here's the other look I styled. Yeah, this was totally like I was thinking Cardcaptor Sakura, so I used this seal release piece, final seal. Okay, from the set seal release, right? Yeah. Yeah, and this dress was one of the 5 stars in a recent light chase. Oh my god. I used like a very similar color scheme today because I did 4 stylings today and I kind of rushed through them. Are they socks? I think so. Do you see how pretty they are? Like, we get so many stockings. They could be fun and different, but they're usually the same old. These were nice. And I used a lot of these petals and vines. Yeah, she does have the staff here and that over there, and the sun. I think I was kind of thinking of the Saintess set from Nikki. Yeah, that was in the back of my mind. I can't help it. Like, I think of that game when I play this one. I think of this game when I play that one. That's gonna happen. And I really love this veil, by the way. Yeah, so Magic Star Knight or card something. Theme 5 was Dream Blessing. Key which hides the powers of the dream. Reveal your true form before me. Release. The key turns clear as new story begins. The past can't be changed or erased, but the future will always unfold. Wait, they're similar, right? Okay, yeah. I guess they're trying to tell a story. Do they always do that? I didn't notice. I thought they were all separate. But they are usually related to the banners that are currently running, the light chases. So here's the styling I did. I don't know. Key. Why did I use this? The anchor and the wheel. I don't know. Even when styling, I remember, like, what am I doing? Maybe she turns this to reveal something. Some vaults of keys that are like wheels. I do like how she looks. Like, very mermaidy, mermaid with legs, or some kind of ocean person. I don't know. She's not a creature. She is human. But yeah, the waves dress and this model is so pretty. Yeah, Dream Blessing. Maybe she's a mirage. Yeah, some shipwrecked person is dreaming of her. I don't know. And here's the other styling. Now, yeah, here, the mirror, so I added that. And yeah, blessing in quotes. This is what she blesses with, by the way, the crystal scythe. And oh, yeah, here I wanted to use this corset. If I see someone has this corset, I will try to use it. And yeah, I gave her the butterfly accessory. Okay, yeah, that's also a recurring theme this time. I added lots of butterfly accessories into every styling, whether it made sense or not. And yeah, the model is super pretty. And yeah, here's Dream Blessing. So this is theme 6, Millennial Dream. The rain startles the long dream. The sword spirit lingers before the tomb. But the old friend is nowhere to be found. A knock on the door and the hand shivers on the knob. Is that you? Here, I think I tried to match the blurb there, but also millennial. I was stuck on that word for some reason. Yeah, this is where I thought this was a Marie Antoinette hair. It's not. It's from the Aphrodite set, or let me check. Oh, Bleeding Dream. No, no, not Aphrodite. But yeah, I do remember loving this set. So, an old friend, I was thinking like Tomb, right? Some kind of royalty in a vampire castle who's like in a painting, but she only comes out when her friend calls to her. Something like that. Some kind of magical, supernatural events going on here. She's also holding the staff. And I loved adding the blue roses there. And also, Millennial Dream is to be decadent, right? I don't know. I don't remember. Here's a close-up, by the way. I also love this face decoration. Face paint, sorry. And here's the other styling. Yeah, here I was stuck on the word millennial because I do remember these two colors were Pantone Color of the Year in the year 2016, 14. I do recall they picked two colors, baby blue and millennial pink they were called, I'm not sure. But also, this year's controversial Pantone Color of the Year, Cloud Dancer. So if you're familiar or if you play Infinity Nikki, Cloud is the term they have for what is called the Linlang Empire in Infinity Nikki. So, the nations in Infinity Nikki are based on real world, but they do take a lot of creative liberties. So, Linlang or Cloud is usually traditional Chinese, Japanese, also Asia in general. They do take inspiration from Central and Southeast Asian cultures too. Cloud Dancer. And this piece, Yearning Moon, from the Sun-Bladed Moon. These are so common in those 5-star or like a really elaborate Linlang or here Chinese fantasy themed sets. That's what I was thinking. What does it have to do with this? The friend, maybe this is a crystal ball she's using to call her friend back from the dead. And or maybe she is the friend, who knows. I did add a lot of butterflies as well. Oh, I think I was thinking maybe she's a cultivator, or yeah, she is trying to like summon her friend back from the dead. Yeah, so Millennial Dream. Theme 7 was Fairy Snow Search. Dear Fairy Sister, when the snow stops and the day clears, I invite you to meet with me. The bird is sending love in search for the fairy. All my verse summarize into best wishes to you. Oh, Fairy Sister makes me think of Luluco from Nikki. Yeah, so I was thinking bird and the snow fairy. So here. So yeah, I gave her the wings and this piece, and okay, you see this piece has the snowflakes, and yeah, it is kind of wintry, and she's searching with this. Maybe this helps her see what others can't, and she has this familiar. Do fairies have familiars? It's a witch thing, isn't it? Some kind of companion. And yeah, she's dressed in snowy clothes, but she's also, I still can't tell, is it like an ice cream cone or a mic? It's a mic, right? That looks like shaved ice or some kind of a treat. But yeah, Fairy Snow Search. I was thinking maybe this is a device that also helps her locate her friend. Maybe it'll beep louder when she gets close. I don't know. So yeah, this was a fun styling to do. And here's the other one, letter, because dear fairy sister, so that's why I added that. And she's dressed for the winter, and she is searching on her phone. Yeah, I did stack these two items together, which I used to think were the same piece, even though they're not. Like, this counts as a dress, and this counts as an outerwear or coat. So yeah, there is clipping, but I think that's excusable. No clipping in the pictures I took, I think. This is styling I really love, and I was also thinking of Luluco here. Even though I think Luluco is supposed to have red hair, but this hair made me think of a young fairy. Okay, theme 8, Crystal Heart. TikTok. Okay, I can't not. Okay, yeah. Maybe in the future this will not be a reference to what I'm thinking of now. TikTok, they're talking about the clock. The clock spring wakes the doll, dance with the music. That's its eternal destiny. The wheel will go rotten one day. Listen, it's the heartbeat of the music box. And here's the styling I received. I love this one. I don't know, like Crystal Heart. Is this supposed to be the crystal? I don't know, but like she's so pretty, and I did like take a lot of pictures. And music box. I don't know, like I don't have any wind up keys for her, so maybe I think this could be like a dollhouse, and she could be a doll. Yeah, I can see that. Here's a styling I did. I don't know, for some reason I was thinking steampunk, so I used those. But yeah, we're so crystal hardy about this. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, the wings, and yeah, I added the flowers last minute, I think. Does she look like a doll? I don't know. But it is from this Bunny Rhapsody set. I just thought of it for some reason. I think I was thinking of like the guards in Queen Philomea's castle in Nikki, and I don't know, something about, Bunny. Everything here reminded me of that, and we had a doll 5-star that season. But yeah, here's a close up. Look how pretty she is, though. Like, I do have this lipstick, I think, but I didn't get a chance to use it before now because they always look a bit too much. But here, for a doll look, I think this was just fine. Just right. And okay, yeah, crystal. I guess this counts as the crystal, and there. And here's another styling I did. Okay, yeah, you can tell what this is. I was totally trying to mimic like the Nutcracker or the guards, the doll guards at Queen Philomea's castle. And of course, this doll, I mean, Mr. Rabbit? That's what you're called, right? Well, anyway, you're here too. This is our current Wonder Box set. I haven't pulled on it. I should be doing that. But yeah, more bunny ears. I love this. Theme 9 was Honey Secret. Morning, my friend. Wanna taste some fresh honey? judging by human standards, if I remember correctly, it will be a good dessert because it's not too sweet. Yes, yes. Desserts are always best when they're not too sweet. And yeah, here's the styling I did. I was focusing on the honey part. You see this bear? I was thinking of Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. And yeah, her hair and this outerwear with the honey shades. I mean, this is a swimwear and a swimwear cover up. I mean, no, this can be like a lot of different things, but yeah, even with the makeup, like this lipstick with the vampire teeth looking parts and this part, like maybe she's been eating dessert. Yeah, a lot of golds is what I used. That's it, really. And here's the other styling I did. Also same. She's even holding dessert with a cherry and that's not honey, I think. But whatever. It's sweet, but it's probably not too sweet. And the colors, even the eye color and the lipstick here. Yeah, honey secret. This hair... I love this hair, by the way. So this is from Blue Star era, the free set we received. And I reached for it a lot. And oh, I also used the glowy, this, right? Ethereal light. Yeah, from Exiled Star Sand. And also, for once, I used this face accessory and I think it works. I mean, it can work. I'm just not the biggest fan of it, but here I think it doesn't like ruin the look. Theme 10 was Honor Movement. As the young knight prepares ode for her victory ceremony tomorrow, a sudden idea hits her. Starlight casts into the room and guides her pen, as if a star is gazing at her with smile, writing the movement by her side. So here's the styling I received. I just pulled for these and yeah, I can see honor movement, some kind of a ceremony. This can be a ceremonial staff, not a magic staff anymore. And I can see her being a knight. I do tend to go for the platforms. Yeah, the silver hardware here. Like I try to go for metallic looks and I could see like this being armor somehow, even though it does look very fake leather-ish plastic, but I could see that. And maybe like that is some ceremonial headpiece. So yeah. And here's the look I styled. I am so proud of this. I think she does look like a knight. I tried to use as many metallic accessories as I could, and this piece here, maybe this symbolizes like she's a captain. I don't know. And I did use this dye because this color does remind me of the military. And yeah, lots of metal wherever I could, like the face, the earrings, this here, even the eyeshadow has like golden flakes here, and belts, lots of belts. So yeah, honor movement. And here's the other one. Now this one, I think I didn't do that much of a good job. Like I could have tried harder. I don't know. But yeah, here's the crown. Maybe the wings are ceremonial and the sword itself. And stars, starlight comes in, something like that. So here, that's why I started with this dress. I even gave her the tattoo on her legs. Okay, I don't think those are tattoos. I think those are socks. Yeah, but dyed. So more stars. Yeah, honor movement. Theme 11 is Aromatic Garden. The dream admin sees lots of dreams every night. Laying back, skipping school, eating snacks without gaining weight, winning lottery. She knows clearly that after the brief break of dreaming, people will keep going. It's okay to not be perfect in your dreams. So, yeah, she's dreaming. That's why she has that mask on. But I was also thinking of Aromatic Garden. So, yeah, I used the Lake Spin set and I wanted to keep using every piece from this set because they looked so nice. So, the dress and the shoes and also the gloves, I think. The headpiece, like, okay, not this, but I think this is from the Aphrodite set. So they're part of like, it was a double 5-star banner. And I usually don't want to cover their faces up in Nikki and also here, but I thought this looked nice in wardrobe. I added this, but when I went to take pictures, I did regret it because I already sent the styling. I couldn't change it anymore. So I take pictures after that. And you can't really control the lighting separately in this game. It depends on the environment and the filters. There is a halo slider, like if I go here, yeah, I can do that, like, you know. But just because of the space decoration, things didn't look right. I still tried. I think she looks very pretty. And here's the other styling I did, Aromatic Garden Dreaming. Maybe she's the one watching people dream, like the deity. I think that's what I was thinking, and lots of flowers here. Let me give you a close-up, yeah, the butterflies again. And she's also an elf. I love the elf ears. They did have this from Nirvana Aria, and I wanted to use that. Yeah, this was a last minute addition, by the way. I didn't want to use it at first because, I feel like this kind of limits the photos, but I think I did take some nice pictures. And this was the last theme I styled before today. So yeah, theme 13 and 14 are, we'll get to that. They were rushed. So Dear Faery is theme 12. The legendary deer was born among chaos, its footsteps turning into lands and its leaping trace separating hills from sky. Seasons and lives are its creations. Until orders arrived for humans on the seventh day, the deer fell into a deep sleep. This also reminded me of the deer banner last season from Nikki. So yeah, here's a look I styled. Okay, it's supposed to be the deer, but I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking huntress. Yeah, the deer fairy who hunts deer, Artemis. But I did give her the antlers, and she is so pretty. Yeah, lots of metal again. Why was I thinking huntress? I don't know. But yeah, here is the look. I did love like doing the photo shoot with her. And here's the other look. Now here I styled the entirety of the look with this top dyed blue, like bright blue. And yeah, at the end I chickened out and thought that was too much and dyed it this silver. I don't know if that was the right call, but again, the bow and arrow. Here though, yeah, this person did have this hair from Invincible Moon, the Artemis set. So I guess it makes more sense here. Bow and arrow, not the same set as the other styling. But yeah. Wait, they didn't even translate the theme here. I don't know. Yeah, so this is something I styled today. Forest Fairy, theme 13. To my dearest elf, I have received your honey. Oh my god, it is a story, like from the beginning to end. Or some of them are connected, I'm not sure. To my dearest elf, I have received your honey, and I favor the spring dew flavor the most. Please accept the cookies I baked in fairy size. The elf finishes reading the letter and enjoys the cookies on petals, deciding to pay the fairy a visit later. Okay, I just focused on Forest Fairy because I didn't have time. I had to style like 4 looks here and then quickly record this. But here's the styling I received, and oh my god, I love it so much. They actually used the Sakura set and the dies here. I did have some dies for it unlocked, so they did have something to work with. And yeah, I think they changed, yeah, the hair color too here because I did go a bit overboard unlocking dyes for this hair. Like, I was so happy to receive this. So yeah, this makes perfect sense for Forest Fairy actually. I don't know why I didn't think of the Sakura dress for Fairy, but now, yeah, it even has petals. Like, this is so perfect. Anyway, here's the styling I did. I changed the dress at the very last minute. I started with like a traditional Chinese dress. I don't know why I switched it because, the hair is also traditional Chinese legend. So I thought maybe, I wasn't doing much styling here, but you will see it gets worse with my styling because I rushed them so much. Yeah, added fairy wings and this antler-like piece with the leaves and vines and this rose. Even this necklace, like everything made more sense with the other dress because that one had like long sleeves. You didn't need any accessories, hand accessories like gloves or bracelets or rings, so I didn't add them. So changing the dress last minute was probably not a wise idea, but I did take pictures. And yeah, here's the other one. This one I do like. So here's what I was talking about. I dyed this dress again today in a very similar color scheme, and I added this from Forest Reverence. I think, yeah, this adds to the fairy-ish look, and she's holding this, which has these butterflies flying around and the petals falling. And I even gave her like foresty makeup here. Even the lenses, I don't know, like it's green. And yeah, the hair accessory and headpiece here, and this necklace. This is also from the same set, right? Yeah, but hey, it looks pretty. And yeah, I changed the socks last minute. They kind of don't make sense, but I think in the pictures I took, it doesn't matter. Anyway, the final theme, Fabulous Violet. On her first day leaving home, she met a violet field. Covering her trace with petals and floral scents, she hides under layered leaves at night, only to hear people whisper, "How much should we charge for her stay? Or shall we ask her to clean up the branches tomorrow?" So here's the styling I received, presumably by someone who had more time than me. I love it. The umbrella has the roses, and if you think the color scheme should be violet, wait till you see my stylings. They did use the floral face makeup, like face paint here too, but that does kind of get hidden by this piece a bit. And butterfly earrings. Okay, maybe they were on a butterfly quest like me as well. Yeah, I really like it. And again, they used this hair that I don't really like, and they made me like the styling a lot. And okay, here is actually the last styling I did, and I actually liked it before I realized the hat, the dress, and the hair. I think they're from the same set, Nightingale Code. Yeah, the set you receive as Styling Wizard reward. So yeah, not the best styling if you think like that. I do like how she looks though. So I was thinking, should we charge her something like that? Since this is the second styling I did. You know how in those fantasy stories the sheltered princess runs away and has no idea how life outside her palace works, and there's always exchanges to be made. So yeah, I kind of thought this made her look like a noble woman. Even this face veil, maybe she's always supposed to have that, and maybe she's called Violet because of her eyes, and this necklace, and she's even wearing these earrings. Are those violets? I don't know. Yeah, fabulous Violet. She is fabulous. And here's the first styling I did for this theme. Now, yeah, for this theme, I haven't taken the pictures yet. I will do that after I'm done recording. For everything else, yeah, I did them before. So, do you see any purple or violet anywhere? Do you even see florals anywhere? No. So, I was thinking, I styled this first. So, why would people be thinking of charging her? Maybe she's like an alien or some kind of deity who doesn't live in the human world and she's come here. This is an outerwear, by the way, like which I found really interesting, why they added so many special effects to an outerwear and not a back piece. But yeah, so she has no idea how things work. So I don't know, maybe she picked this dress up from observing people. Like, yeah, this is what she thinks is stylish. I mean, I guess it is. Like, this could be runway. She just wears things she likes, and maybe she's also a princess, but from a different planet, and maybe she didn't know how to communicate with humans at first. And people just started calling her Violet because she had this. Maybe people in the human world think it's a tattoo, but it's actually a special mark of some sort. I don't know. She also looks fabulous, right? And she does answer to Violet now because maybe no one in the human world can pronounce her actual name. They don't have the vocal cords for it. I don't know. Yeah, so those were all the stylings. 3 hours, 39 minutes left. Okay, I will take the pictures now, and Yeah, Styling Wizard was a lot of fun this time. I usually do the stylings at the end of the day just to relax. I put on some music and then get to styling, and it is a lot of fun. I was just really busy the last few days, so yeah, the last two themes, so last four stylings had to be really rushed. But yeah, I love that this is a feature. So if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more life makeover pulls and mostly stylings, because I usually don't go all out in these light chases, do consider subscribing, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!